Babyface killer Erling Haaland. The story of the Terminator who scored 29 goals and 6 assists in 32 games this season. He started football at the age of 5 and broke the first record of his life with a long jump of 163 centimeters at the age of 6. At the age of 15, he made his first official appearance. In 2019, he made history by scoring 9 goals in the Under-20 European Championship. He scored 29 goals in 27 games for Austria and 86 goals in 89 games for Germany. He also scored 21 goals in 23 games for the Norwegian national team. He became the youngest player to break the 25-goal barrier in the Champions League and the earliest to reach the 100-goal mark in 146 games. Also, he has recently brought the best league in the world to its knees, so to speak. Even here. You'll be very interested. British football fans have complained to Parliament about whether this man is a human or a robot and have started a campaign to ban him from playing football. Born in Holland on July 21, 2000, his father is a footballer like him. His father is a strong defensive midfielder who played for Nottingham Forest, United and Manchester City in the Premier League in 2000. He also made 34 appearances for the Norwegian national team. Like many of Norway's footballing greats, he was a hard-working player who stood out for his physical attributes and fighting strength. Throughout his football career, he showed his innate talent as well as his hard work and professionalism. His first coach says that he scored more goals than the others, smiled more, and was always professional. My opinion is that Erling is only at the beginning of his career and will achieve much more in the future. And maybe instead of Ronaldo and Messi's Haaland and Mbappe, who knows? It's like his mentality is programmed to follow in the footsteps of the best, instead of getting lost like that. When asked about his favorite footballers, he immediately says Ibrahimovic and Cristiano Ronaldo. But the interesting part is that his mother also has an important background in the world of sports. Her mother, Marita Barut, was once a champion athlete, ran sprints, hurdles, long jumps, threw the javelin and raced in the mountains. Erling developed an interest in sports from an early age under the influence of his mother. But over time he focused more on soccer. There are other soccer players in his family. For example, his cousin on his mother's side, Jonathan Bravo Brunus Rolling, is the same age and plays in the Norwegian second division. His cousin on his father's side, Albert Charlandi, is following in Erling's footsteps. There is an interesting fact about Erling Haaland's adolescence. When he was playing for the youth team, he was physically behind the other boys. But the Molde club officials saw his potential and prepared a special nutrition and training program. Thanks to this program, he grew 8 centimeters in height and increased his muscle mass. Erling's coach says he saw right away that he had a special talent. He was 5 years old when he first saw it, and despite being a year younger than the other children, he scored on the first 2 balls he touched. He was always good in front of goal, and his shooting was excellent. But most importantly, his love and appetite for the game was always at the highest level. Erling always played the game with great enthusiasm, and although he was respectful of his opponents, he never cared who they were. One of the biggest changes in soccer right now is the player profile the game demands. Modern soccer is aligning with the characteristics of Generation Z. So you're looking for versatile players who can multitask on the pitch. Now, players who are also skilled in positions such as wing forwards and secondary strikers stand out. In the past, there used to be more of these types of players. From the late 90s to the mid-2000s, many players had this profile. But in recent years, the number of such players has decreased. However, the ability to score goals is still very important. You may remember some names in this regard: Andriy Shevchenko, Filippo Inzaghi, AGI, Cristiano, etc. What these men had in common was that they were all very good at scoring goals, but each of them had different characteristics. Some were fast, some were strong, but they all got the job done on the pitch and brought their team victory. Now, in Erling's story, the man can't get enough of scoring goals. In 26 games in the Premier League, he scored 28 goals, a record. In the Bundesliga, he scored 7 goals in just 136 minutes of play and even scored a hat-trick in some matches. The managers of many teams think they can't stop him. Pep Guardiola has this to say about him: "I don't have enough English to describe him, but I can say that he was made for soccer." His goal-scoring prowess is truly incredible. At just 22 years of age, Erling has already scored more goals than Messi and Ronaldo. He has scored 149 goals so far, and this number is rising fast. Really, he could become a legend in soccer history. But let's not forget it took Messi and Ronaldo years to score so many goals. Erling is still early in his career and has a long way to go. But his performances show that he is going to be a really great footballer. Right now, Cristiano Ronaldo is the top scorer in history. He has shattered records with 832 goals. But for Erling to reach these figures, he would have to play soccer until he is 38 years old and score an average of 40 goals per season. This would require a great deal of effort and persistence. However, it is possible that Erling can continue at this pace. His performances already show that he is indeed a special talent. Of course, the bar set by players like Ronaldo and Messi is really high. They have managed to stay at the top level for a long time in the history of soccer. This is an achievement that really needs to be admired. Another obstacle for Erling is his national team career. Unfortunately, since Norway didn't qualify for the last World Cup, we didn't get the chance to watch Erling in the national jersey. However, with the strengthening of the Norwegian national team in the coming years, we hope that Erling will be able to succeed on the international stage. In fact, Erling's choice to play for the Norwegian national team despite being born in England reflects his character. Instead of taking the easy way out, he chose to stay loyal to the land where he was born and raised. This shows that he is a selfless footballer. Yes, at the moment Erling's performance is really remarkable. According to his agreement with Manchester City, he has a free clause of €200 million that will come into effect this year. That's a huge amount of money, but given Erling's potential, it's clear that he can justify that price tag. In conclusion, Erling has a long career ahead of him and has already achieved great success. With his continuity and development, there is no doubt that he will make a name for himself in the football world. In the meantime, it's really exciting that he will have the opportunity to develop even more by wearing the jersey of a team like Manchester City. Erling is not only focused on training, he's also meticulous about his diet and sleeping hours. He even wears orange glasses with blue light to block the high energy emitted by digital screens. He tries to avoid distractions by keeping his phone on silent or do not disturb mode. His inner circle sometimes complains that they can't reach him, but he is willing to make these sacrifices to live with the discipline of an athlete. A young man with his sights set on the goal, Erling has regular blood tests and uses smart wristbands that measure sleep quality, stress levels, and heart rate. His favorite song is, of course, Champions League music. So much for the story of the Terminator, another footballer. For our review, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and specify the soccer player you want in the comments.